Which one is that? Was it on the agenda?
Say what we want here.
Was it on the agenda tonight?
Never was on, never made the agenda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pittsylvania County's Planning Commission, Tuesday, June the 1st, 2021. Roll call, please.
Ms. Meese? Roll call.
What did she say?
Roll call, she is here.
I don't know, I didn't hear the name.
Ms. Meese?
Oh, I'm present, very much so.
Yeah,
Mr. Dudley?
present.
Mr. Stowe?
Present.
Mr. Horn?
Present.
Mr. Harker?
Present.
Ms. Ms. Henderson?
Here, present.
Mr. Waters?
Present.
Mr. Harker?
Present.
Mr. Haymore?
Present. Let the record show 8 present, no absent. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in a moment, remove your caps and join me for a moment of silence and pledge allegiance to the flag. Join me in the pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Is there any citizen have any comments to the commission that is not on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on. Approval of the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve the agenda as presented.
Motion by Mr. Stowe to approve. Did I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Meese.
All right, Ms. Stowe, I think you got to punch it. There we go. Ms. Meese.
I don't see the second. Yes.
All right.
Let the record show 8 for and 0 against. Chairman report, I have nothing to add to it. Ms. Brown.
Did we do the approval of the minutes?
Approval of the minutes. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion. We approve the minutes as presented in our package.
Motion by Mr. Dudley,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Stowe.
I hit you.
Record the vote. 8-0.
Let the record show 8 for, no against it. Public hearing. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to Article 5, Division 7 of the Pittsylvania County Zoning Ordinance, we, the Planning Commission, have endowed to hear and decide specific applications in support of said ordinance, to make recommendations to the Board of Supervisors or the Board of Zoning Appeal in accomplishing the important task we are charged with in promoting health, safety, general welfare of the citizens of Pittsylvania County. We must ensure that all decisions and recommendations be directed to those goals, then each be consistent with the environment, the comprehensive plan, and the best interests of Pittsylvania County, its citizens, and its prosperity. Anyone here to speak to the board regarding the zoning cases will be limited to 3 minutes. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case R-21-016, Stella and Joanna Hunt have petitioned to rezone 1.92 acres located on State Road 688 Level Run Road in the Stanton River Election District from R1 Residential Suburban Subdivision District to A1 Agricultural District to allow the property to be subdivided in preparation for the construction of a single-family dwelling. Once the property is rezoned to A1, all uses listed under Section 35-178 are permitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Joanna Hunt is here to represent the petition.
Ms. Hunt, you have anything that you would like to add or comment that's not on, that we do not have in our packet? Okay. No other member need, anyone speak toward or against it? 704, case R21-016 is closed to public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, in case R 21-016, I recommend that we approve this request as submitted.
Second the motion.
Second by Mr. Horn. Ready for any discussion or comments? Ready for a vote? Let the record show 8 for, none against. Thank you, Ms. Hunt. At 7:05, case 21-017 is open for public hearing. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case R-21-017, Garland Bennett has petitioned to rezone 28.01 acres located on State Road 935 Farmers Mountain Road in the Callens-Gretna Election District from R1 Residential Suburban Subdivision District to A1 Agricultural District to allow for agricultural use. Once the property is rezoned to A1, all uses listed under Section 35-178 are permitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Garland Bennett is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Bennett.
I don't think you can hear that well.
Make him walk up.
Good evening, Mr. Bennett.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Fine, sir. Do you have anything that you'd like to say to add to anything that we do not have in the packet? Any other comments that you'd like to make?
Well, I've been farming it since about,
You can remove your mask if you would, please, sir. Thank you, sir.
sir, we've owned this land since 61 or 62, and I've been farming it ever since. And I didn't realize it was in residential till yet recently, so I thought it ought to be changed back to farming.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, any commissioner have any comments or questions of Mr. Bennett?
It is surrounded by agriculture, right, Mr. Bennett?
Mr. Bennett, Ms. Meese has a question for you.
It's all surrounded by agriculture? You got agriculture all the way around?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No problem.
Yep.
Okay. That's all I have, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett.
You passed it?
Yes, sir. You can be seated. Thank you, sir. Ms. Meese?
Yes.
That's you, isn't it?
I have no opposition. No one's called me. Of course, he's validated because he's surrounded by agriculture. So in case 01017, I make a recommendation that this request be honored to the Board of Supervisors.
Second.
Second by Mr. Dudley.
Yes.
Any other questions or comment? Not. Case number 21-017 is closed to public hearing. We're ready for a vote.
All right, Ms. Meese. Here's my second. Boom. Boogity, boogity. There it is.
Let the record show 8 for, none against. At 7:09, case S S-21-005 is open for public hearing. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case S-21-005, Green Genie LLC has petitioned for a special use permit on 334.87 acres located on State Road 686 Elkhorn Road in the Bannister Election District to expand the current campground and operate ATV trails on the subject property. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, a representative from Green Genie LLC is here to represent the petition.
Yes, sir. Come forward if you like. If you have any comments or anything you'd like to add to that we don't have, it's not in the
Good evening.
agenda.
I'm Chuck Chamberlain. I'm the president of Green Genie, and I'll be happy to answer any questions, and we look forward to your decision.
Might have any questions for Mr. Chamberlain?
I'm just curious as to what you're going to expand. Is it just more campground area, or is it recreation, pool, or what?
The money's in the campground. It's a family campground. We're improving it, expanding it. The whole property that we have is like about 564 acres. Have 170 campsites. We're looking at adding 18 campsites. During this time of the pandemic, or even before then, we've stayed essentially full, all the time.
Yeah, it's a nice facility. When I was a teenager, I visited there frequently. Not as much now.
Yeah, I
but it
keep
is a
hearing that. I
nice
keep telling
facility.
people, come back. But we enjoy it, and the family nature of it has been
Yeah.
very rewarding.
Well, I live up near Smith Mountain Lake, so we're a
Okay.
little closer
A
there.
little bit bigger than
But you
us.
do have a nice
But
area.
thank you. Appreciate that.
Anyone else have any questions, comments for Mr. Chairman?
Do you currently have trails, or are you starting from scratch?
We have some trails, and the trails have been there for a while for the use primarily of people that are there as residents, so essentially campers use the trails. And talking with the planning development, they said actually you can't even do that without getting this special permit, so we're applying for that. We are looking at opening them up to public use also, but we want to do it in a responsible way. I understand there are some issues with some of the ATV trails in the county. But it's primarily for the campers. And we are restricting it to only a certain part of the property right now, and we're going to grow in stages and hopefully learn. And the planning department's been very good in cooperating with us.
Thank you.
What type of camping, tents, trailers?
Almost exclusively RVs. We did inherit some, there's probably 2 or 3 mobile homes in there, which we're phasing out as we can. Some people have actually added on to the RVs, and as we said, it's for transient use only, not year-round, full-time residential. I'd say 95% is RVs, and more is be RVs only and newer RVs, and we are working with the county to make sure everything's up to code. We've come a ways, and it's a journey, but it's a rewarding journey.
Yeah, that's what me and my family, we did since 1970,
That's
RV and that type of thing. That's why, because we've had come in front of us to request,
yeah.
Before, and the campgrounds we stayed in was more restricted than it was when I was at home. Well, what you could do and things of that nature.
Well, the good thing about it, and one of the rewarding things about the campground I found out is, like, if I'm home in my community, and I'm from Arlington and Fauquier County, if you have a bad neighbor, there's nothing you can do about it. The campground, you get rid of them. And we've been lucky, we've evolved, and there's very good people there. So life is good, even in the time of COVID.
Good to hear that.
Did I talk too much?
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments for Mr. Chairman? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
At 7:13, case S-21-005 is closed for public hearing. Ms. Henderson, I believe that be you.
Indeed. Just want to mention, I thank you very much for bringing this to our area and revitalizing that area. We used to frequent there when I was a kid, so I'm glad to see that. It's great for our community. Okay, so in the case of S-21-005, I'd like to make a motion that this be submitted to the Board of Supervisors with conditions, that it be approved.
Second?
Board of
I'm
Zoning.
sorry, for the
Board of
Board of,
Yeah, I got
before the Board of Supervisors, forgive me.
BZA.
I did read over those conditions. Are those conditions supposed to carry over?
Emily, would that be a question you can answer?
Did you have a concern with any specific condition? No, okay.
So they do need to have those.
Yes, if you would like the conditions recommended by staff, the ones for the campground, since it's by the lake, that it remains in compliance with any floodplain regulations and remains in compliance with all applicable Virginia Department of Health regulations. And then the ATV trails are the same conditions that we have recommended for both of the other two ATV parks that have come before you.
Any other question or comment? Motion by Mr. Henderson, by the way, and second by
I'll second
Ms.
that.
Meese. Any other comments or questions? We're ready for a vote.
I'm waiting for the second to come up.
Got to get the movers and shakers going first. There she goes. Second.
Get there.
Can record it.
We're waiting for Mr. Stowe.
Ms. Stowe?
Get room.
Let the record show 8 in favor, 0 against, that S 21005 will go to the Board of Zoning Appeal with the stipulations by the Planning Commission. At 716, case S 21006 is open for public hearing. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case S-21-006, Kenneth Pierce has petitioned for a special use permit on 1.29 acres located on State Road 633 Eastham Road in the Stanton River Election District for placement of a double-wide mobile home to be used as their personal residence. Staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Kenneth Pierce is here to represent the petition.
Let's come around if you,
Come on up. Kenneth and Ann, there we go.
good evening, folks.
Good evening.
You don't have any comments or anything you'd like to?
Just want to ask that you just consider us to have this property rezoned. The reason that we're wanting to move is to be closer to my parents who live 2 houses up, and they're older and just need our help, need us to be close. So we just thank you for your time.
Admire you for that.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions?
We've been a citizen of Pennsylvania County for, lived in Long Island 30 years down that way, right at Straystone. And we're just moving up the road a little bit. I don't know if the dog's gonna like it, if y'all let it go, but, they kind of like it down there in Straystone, but we'll see.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Kenneth.
Yeah,
Thank you,
appreciate
Miss
it,
Ann.
Ken. Thank you. Any other comments? Not at 718, case S 21006 is closed for public hearing.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
in case S-21-006, I recommend that we approve this request and recommend to the Board of Zoning Appeals to do the same. Most, I would say 75% of the dwellings on Eastham Road match this description, and helping these folks out, being able to be next to mom and dad, and next to their son. So I recommend we approve this.
Motion by Mr. Harker, is that second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Dudley.
One of us got it. Did you
One
get it,
of you, I
Brian?
was gonna-
Make no difference.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Ready for a vote?
comes a shaker. Here we go. All right. Record the vote. That's it, 8-0.
Let the record show that 8-4-0 against, that case S-21-006, special use permit, go to the Board of Zoning Appeal.
Thank you.
At 7:20, case CA 21-001 is open for public hearing. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case CA-21-001, Patrick Sheldon has requested the proposed revisions to Pittsylvania County Code, Chapter 35, Division 2, parking space requirements for all districts, PCC Section 35-82.4, businesses relating to parking requirements for warehouse and storage facilities. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Patrick Sheldon is here to represent the petition.
Patrick, have anything that you'd like to add?
Mr. Sheldon, that's you.
Mr. Shelton?
It's okay.
I didn't hear the last thing she was saying.
Do you have anything that you'd like to add to it, anything that we don't have in front of us that you'd like to add to the request?
No, is it going to be what we had discussed?
Yeah, she gave us
no,
a-
that's wonderful.
She gave us a description of what she was gonna do. She gave us a description.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
Yes, sir.
fine.
That's all you have?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shelton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. What do you need, Emily?
Any,
So you'll need to make a motion, and you can either make a motion to approve or deny the proposed amendments that are included in your packet. There's a red line version of the parking requirements. This would be the addition of item I.
I'm gonna close it. Go ahead. At 7:21, case CA 21-001 is closed to public hearing. Mr. Dudley, go right ahead.
I can do that.
Yes.
The motion, I make a motion with everything that we got in our package that we approve this. Is that correct? Is that good enough? How about a
Yes,
second?
Yes, Ms. Ragsdale said.
Yep.
I
Is there a second?
I second.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Dudley, second by Ms. Meese. Any other questions, comments from commissioners? We ready for a vote? The record show 8-4-0 against on case CA 21-001. Ms. Ragsdale, do we have anything else?
We don't have any old business. For new business, you will have 3 rezoning cases and 2 special use permit cases for next month.
Okay. We good? Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.